Some marriages will never survive. No matter the kind of prayers, no matter the kind of fasting, no matter the kind of advice you want to advise them, some marriages are going to die. This is one bitter reality that your pastor cannot tell you, your mother cannot tell you, your father cannot tell you. I will tell you. You know why some marriages will not survive? You married for the wrong reason. And so long as you married for the wrong reason, that marriage cannot survive. It's like a wrong foundation. When you build a house on the wrong foundation that is not strong, any structure you put on that building will fall. It's except you go back, add more stone, add more gravel, add more sand, add more cement, and solidify that foundation. That's when building can stand on it. If not, anything that goes there will fall. That is the problem a lot of you and I have. Why do you think that sometimes your ex will marry you, it didn't work? Or somebody will date you, it did not work, but they date somebody else and it worked. They married somebody else and it worked. It doesn't make you a bad person. Whenever you get into a relationship or a marriage that does not work, it's an institution of learning. If it is not working, you learn and you get out. You use that thing you have learned from your previous relationship or marriage to improve yourself, to solidify yourself for the next journey ahead of you. You don't wallow in it. Why do you think people come back to marry you even when you have married? Why do you think people come back to date you even when you have dated somebody? It simply means there is something that has been added to you. A lot of you go into relationships that did not work and you come out of that relationship and you are the same. You do not add anything. You do not learn anything. You go back to the relationship the same. So anybody that meets you, you are still that same person. That's why your relationship will not work. Be able to learn something is a learning process. We all use each other to learn. When you get into a relationship that did not work, there is something about you that is not so right. There is something about the person that is not so right. A wise person will learn and improve themselves for the next person. It is that improvement that would better the next relationship or the next marriage you're going into. Have you ever seen anybody that is telling you about their exes and they paint themselves the bad people? No? I don't think I have come to tell you that I'm a bad person when I was telling you about my failed marriage. No. People will always be the good one. If you are explaining about your ex will always be the bad one. If your ex is explaining about you, you will always be the bad one. It simply means everybody sees themselves as a saint. I was good though. He started beating me. Oh. I did not do anything to the woman. Oh. She poured me water. Oh. I did not do anything. You are always the good person. Your ex is always the bad person. The same story. Your ex will always say you are the bad person and he's the good person. My point is, you need to be able to learn something from every relationship that you go in and come out that did not work. Learn it and use it to improve yourself. It's called self-improvement. In Igbo language, they will say, "Onwe umu nwanyi umu nwoke ji eto akorobia," and "Onwe umu nwoke umu nwanyi ji eto agbogobia." You use people to grow. There is nobody who walks in and out of your life that is a waste. There is nobody that comes in and out of your life that is a mistake. Some come to teach you, some come to help you, some come to grow you, and some come to stay with you. You need to know when people come and they have finished their line of duty and it's time for them to go. Even though it is hard to say goodbye. But once in a while, when you know that you are done with your line of duty, you put tears in your eyes and you say goodbye. Heartbreak does not kill anybody. Heartbreak has never killed anybody. That man that you thought you were going to die when he left you, are you not still looking at me? That woman you thought you were going to lie when they leave you, are you not still looking at me? Don't you have a better life than before? Trust me, there is something my mother used to tell me. She tells me, Kiruka, if former good things do not finish. Why we are in a relationship, why we are in a marriage is because we decided to be content with what we have. Once upon a time, there was iPhone 8. Once upon a time, there was iPhone 9, iPhone 10. Now there's an iPhone 11 Pro Max. But don't forget, there are some people that still use iPhone 8. There are some people that still use iPhone 7. The difference is that there's an upgrade in this phone. But every other iPhone can do the same thing that this iPhone can do. Maybe this one will snap a sharper picture. Maybe this one will do a better thing. But there's a similarity in it. But because you are content with what your iPhone 8 can give to you, you stick to it until you are able to upgrade to an iPhone 11 Pro Max. That is a relationship. You don't need to die there. That is the reason why your exes will leave you and they will survive in the relationship they are in. And you'll be wondering, hey, why they say my ex don't marry, I never marry you? Why they say my ex don't go? Hey, see my ex, they don't get picking, I don't give him picking. No. It's a self-improvement. He has been able to learn something from you and he has moved on. You that is still stagnant, you have not learned anything. You are still busy shouting, love me for who I am. Love me for who I am. Love me for who I am. Who are you exactly? I hear people make that statement and I laugh at their ignorance and stupidity. Love me for who I am. Who are you? If you do not improve yourself, if you do not add anything to yourself, you're a bloody nobody. You're going to fizzle away. You're going to be thrown away just like an old beetle. It is called improvement. It is called evolvement. It is called addition. It is called a spice. If you do not do that in your life and you're shouting, love me for who I am. Love me for who I am. You are going to fizzle away in the air because you have not added anything to your being. It is called evolvement. Anybody that is going to come to you in a relationship, anybody that want to come and date you, anybody is simply because there is something about you. Your ex did not see that thing because that thing was not there when your ex was with you. It was something you learned in your previous relationship that you added. That is what is attracting the next man to come and date you. That is what is attracting the next man to come and marry you. That's why you can marry 2 men and marry again. You can marry 4 men and marry again. If you want to marry again, you must learn to add something to your life. That's all. That's the secret. It's as if you don't want to marry. When people see people like us, marriage is not my problem. If I didn't want to take my marital statue. But when it comes to marriage, I have men at my beck and call, left and right. Bless him, marry me. They are like this. That is not an issue. My point about you that want to marry, if you want to marry, there need to be an addition. I tell people something, I cannot go back to my ex. They say, why? I say, because that's not who I used to be. I'm not used to that kind of thing. I have grown, I have evolved. My taste of men have changed. When you become independent, when you learn how to spice your life, when you learn how to add something to your life, your taste of men will change. As a man, when you understand who you are, every time a woman leaves your life and you add something to life, your taste of women will change. You see that girl you were crying for 10 years ago, if you look at now, you ask yourself, did I really? You see that man you were crying for 10 years ago. Do you know some of us actually look at our exes and we're like, did I really date this guy? Did I really pat my leg for this guy? Do you know why you are seeing him that way? It is because you have evolved. It is because you have grown. It is because you have added something to your life. That's why your ex is no longer your spec. Now you are looking for that man that is going the same direction that you are going to. You are looking for that man that has added something to his life also. It is called direction. My darling, for everybody who come into your life, pick up something, fortify yourself. Some marriages will never work. Some relationship will never work. Stop telling people, should stop lying to you. You will go to this pastor, they will do rabasakapata. You will go to this prophet, they will do sapalabalaba. They will tell you that the Holy Spirit, it is not about the Holy Spirit. A decision is what you decide to do. Before God come into your marriage, you went and you picked a wife. You told God, I want to marry this woman. You decided and you told God, God guide me. God help this marriage. God will follow your decision. God does not help you to decide. That is the point of the Bible. I don't know who is preaching to you. It is your decision. You will decide and bring the woman. You will decide to let her go. Everything lies in your decision. Rabasakaporo does not stop that one. Does not stop that one. They should stop lying to you people. Enough of this life. Pastors might not be bold to tell you this thing, but there are some marriages that are not meant to work. It is built under the wrong foundation. It is built on benefit. It is built for the wrong reason. And when things are built for the wrong reasons, it cannot work. Especially when those expectations are there. You marry this man because he had private jet. You marry this man because he has money. You marry this man because he's top. You marry this woman for big nyash. You married her for breast. By the time the nyash begin to sag, by the time the breast begin to fall, the love for her begins to die. By the time the man no longer has money, the love for him begins to die. It is because you married for the wrong reason. Prayer does not solve that one. It simply means you married for expectation. And when you can no longer meet up the expectation, people will leave you. There is no rapataposapololo. There is no shakera barabaraba in it. It is something that is built on the wrong foundation. Until you understand these things, you will begin to set your priorities right. When you set your priorities right, marriage can work, God can come in, prayers can work. But when the priority is not right, whether you sakarabaraba and the woman married you because of money, so long as there is no money, all your sakarabaraba is a waste, because all she came into the marriage is for money. If you married her for big nash, whether you sakarabaraba, it is only natural for a woman's body to fall after giving birth to children. It is only natural for a woman's body to change after giving birth to children. So if you married her for her body will change. No prayer point will keep a man who married you for your body. No prayer. He will always go for that young girl who has a standing breast. He will always go for that young lady who has a big nash. That is because the marriage was built under a wrong foundation. Get your foundation right if you want to get your marriage and relationship right. Case closed. Then prayers will work at that point in time.